Hey everybody, we got us a small little project on this cold day. It's about 45 degrees and I'm at home. It's before work. Actually, let me check. Yeah, it's about 45. And I'm going to build a sign pole for the shop where I work. So I'm going to get started on that. I'm going to show you here. This is everything. We're going to use old car parts, which is like the best thing to use. This is a flex plate off of a 3.9 Dodge Dakota. Also a timing gear off of a 3.9 Dodge Dakota. I don't know what these came off of. I believe it's a 4x4 either way. And we also have, I believe these are called torque tubes. This is a torque tube. This is a drive shaft. But what we're going to do is this is going to be the base. I'm going to weld the drive shaft onto here. Then I am going to weld this in between the drive shaft and the torque tube because they're two different widths to take up the space. So that's going to be the height. It's going to be about 11, maybe 12 foot tall. And these are going to be to hang the sign from. So, I'm going to get started. I have to cut both ends of the drive shaft off just so I can have a tube. And I have to weld it to this, which is going to be fun. But, let's get started. So, while I'm waiting for the compressor to fill up, I keep it off for the winter so that way it don't freeze up or anything. I do plan on putting some of these t-shirts online. Let's see if you can't see that better. But they're the Big Guy Garage YouTube shirts. If you would like one, let me know in the comments. And I can set it up where I ordered these, you know, just for me. I have 2 of them. But if you would like one, I can set it up that way. And anything you buy that has the Big Guy on it is going to be going back to the car. All to Christine. So don't think I'm like wanting you to buy a shirt for no reason. It's all for this car. Now, I wouldn't have you buy Big Guy stuff for like the New Yorker that I'm just going to flip. It's only for funding Christine. That's all it's for. You know, that's only reason I, you know, have the Big Guy is because Christine. So it's my love car, you know what I'm saying? It's awesome. But if you want a shirt like that or some stickers or something, let me know. I'll get them done so that way you guys can buy them online. Easy peasy. But let's get back at this. Alright, so I need to grind down all of the rusty areas so I can get ready for welding, which is going to be everything. But starting simple, you need to clean off the plug or the flex plate so that way you can take a weld on this inside. Yes, and I don't have any fingers on. I know a lot of people freak out, but I never have a problem with this thing. Those older dirt. best investment ever. Everlast plasma. It's the bomb. The bomb. The burst. It's the bomb. And remember, touch that. You'll see how stupid you are real quick. Ooh, it's fizzling. Look at that. I'm gonna have to start building drive shafts. Cut that so nice. No, that's garbage. Not the cut, the actual part's garbage. So. Yep, so she goes. Alright. I thought drive shafts were a lot thicker. There's the rest of that ring. Oh, they're not thicker. They're so much thinner. That's not even 1/8 inch. That's like 1/16. Wow. No wonder them things snap so much. Alright. I thought them things were like 1/4 inch thick, to be honest with you. I did not know that they were that thin. Look at this. Look how thin that is. That's tiny. Tiny. Man. That's scary. Knowing that there's people out there putting 1,000 horsepower on one of those. Probably not that one, but a drive shaft that's thin. It's a little bit creepy. That is a little bit creepy for sure. Let me move you over to a better spot here. Alright, now you guys are in the action zone. You can see how cold it is now. You see your breath. I'm gonna blow some holes through this shirt with my nipples, buddies. Now I'm gonna cut this end off. Now I'm just riding this weld they have on here. Check my plasma tip, it's great. Okay, ready to go. Let's do this. Whew. A lot of grinding. Dang it. That's close. That is close. Must be pretty close. Got it standing up there right now. I don't know how square it is, but we're gonna find out. Haven't had a chance to use these yet, but I'm going to finally Fireball Tools. Real speed squares for metal work. Not just some crappy plastic thing. These are the real deal right here. Yeah, as I said, I ain't got to use these things yet. Look at there. The real deal speed square for steel. Real deal for speed steel. No way. Would you believe I am just like a 1/16th out on that? Amazing. Let's try this way. Now that way I'm like a 1/4 inch out. So we know it's got to go that way and that way. Is that my cat? So I need to grind the right side. I gotta get a pen here. A marker. Aha, I keep forgetting I had these soapstone. But we know we gotta grind this side. And that's gonna be like a 1/4. So we're gonna put 1/4 on it. On that side. And the back side was off 1/8. Alright, so we need to take, it's 1/8, it needs to come down this way. Okay, now it's not going to be 1/8, it's going to be less. You have to keep going and keep going and keep going until it's straight. So I'm going to do now. I'm surprised it's standing on its own, to be honest with you. Oh, you know what else I need to do? I need to mark my angles. So it's the same every time I put it on. So let's see here. We've got the 1/8 this way. And the 1/4 is over here. So let's see here. Over here, I got the 1/4. Or I'm sorry, I put 1/2, 1/4. Right, so now we know. Now I pull it back down and I grind the tube. Just slightly on this side, but heavy on that side. Alright. Now I probably could just throw a weld to it and tip it one way for the 1/8. Which it's actually probably a 1/16th. But the other side's definitely a 1/4, so. But I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to grind it a little bit. Let's see. Let's see here. Grind it right here. Which looks like a... Things like that, you could grind a 1/4 of an inch and it would be a 1/2 inch out then. So you got to watch it. So you go small steps. Ooh. Okay. Now it is rocking just a little bit. That's no problem. Okay, so let's go to the back side first. Okay, so the back side is pulled further this way. I did that wrong. See? Gotta pay attention. It was supposed to go that way 1/8. So, let's erase that and that. And we need to go backwards 1/8. Now, it was a 1/16th, but now it's 1/8 because, again, I didn't pay attention. So, 1/8 here. 1/8 there. Alright, now let's see if I took it that way the right way. Oh yeah, that one closed. That one's only about 1/8 now, so I'm going to grind that a little bit more. I'm going to take more off that back now because dum-dum ground it the wrong way. Alright. So let's see here, 1/8. Now I'm just eyeballing you know. Trying to figure out what it is, so. And you see what these speed squares are also going to do. It's going to prevent, you know, worrying about the ground being flat, because it ain't going to matter. It's going to be perfectly 90 to the flywheel, and then the ground will just have to be flat to the flywheel. Okay. Okay. There we go. Here's on the eighth. Here's on the quarter. I need to move it over a little bit. Trying to center it up in these holes where it bolts to the crank. So let's check it again. Okay, we're good. We're good. Okay, that's where it is. So that is ready to weld now. And get prepared for a loud burst of air. Okay. Switch back to MIG. I do not plan on TIG welding that because that's just pointless. That, I'm not very good with the TIG welder yet. I got some work to do with that. Okay. Now you're definitely going to want to put your speed square back on while welding it to keep that flat. Look at that crap, man. It's been a while. It's all nasty in there. It's a good thing the corner these tables are for. I actually do plan on switching to 23 thousandths wire. This is 30 thou right now, but I wanted to go a little bit smaller. They say it's easier to weld body, you know, sheet metal. Just tacking it right now to keep it straight. The heat will cause it to move, so that's why you got to get tacks on all four corners. Now, unfortunately, I'm getting ready to do something very stupid. I don't recommend doing this at home. My hood and gloves are actually in the truck. My father has it. So, let's go blind. I am going to... Actually, you know, I know you're not supposed to use these for that, but I actually have some... this is OA welding goggles. I would not use these, but I really don't have a choice right now. Oh wow, you can't see nothing out of these things. These things are dark. You look like stick welding goggles. Alright, now I'm surprised at those, to be honest with you. I got them from, oh, what's the name of that? Welding City. I ordered them for plasma cutting. And then when I got the plasma, I realized, yeah, you really don't need that for plasma cutting. Dang, that thing pops loud. Oh yeah, she bent though. She bent to the right a lot. I don't understand that though. The side's straight. That side's bent. Let's twist it. The shaft could be bent. Yeah, because that side's straight. That side's crooked. The shaft could be bent. It's no biggie. Man, that thing's heavy. It looks straight to me though. Though I'm not on level ground. Alright. But you can see it. And up here is where that cam gear is gonna go, is right here on top to one help the roundness here and to space it out. So like that, which that's gonna be a lot harder to weld just because of the fact that it's very holy. So why does everything look dark on there right now? Let me see here if I can readjust. Okay, I can't readjust because it's plugged in. So plug it. Okay. It's just a nightmare today trying to work this camera. Okay. Well, as you can see anyway, that's probably what the problem is. The camera's too low. But this is very holy, so it's going to be hard to weld on there. You can see. But those, I'll just tack weld all the insides of them and then run as much bead as I can on the back side. Do that before I have to lay it down and add that one to it. Then I gotta put that one on and then put those on. And you can see your breath out here, it's getting cold. See what the temperature is? It's a little bit chillier now. It's about 42. But I think that's good for today because I am cold. So let's prepare for tomorrow. I'm going to leave that on. Hopefully it fits over that. You know, if it don't though, I'm kind of boned. So I better not weld that on there yet. Well, can I be that lucky? Okay, plug the can and plug the grinder. Okay, can I be so lucky that this fits perfectly in there? Nope, but you know what? I can knock them tips off and it'll fit in there pretty good. So, gotta cut them off tomorrow. Ugh. Man, that torque tube is heavy. I don't know what that came off of, but it weighs a ton. Metric at that. Okay, so that's ready. Now I just have to do that one. I'll probably cut it off and then weld that to the torque tube. Then put it on top and weld it, because this is pretty much level up here. I have no way to actually identify level. My ground ain't level. So, anyway, tomorrow. Okay, so now I've reached kind of a dilemma, or should I say a problem. Sorry, I call it dilemma, it's a problem. I have no way to check if this is level. I have no way. Yeah, I can put a level on it, but if the ground's not level, it ain't gonna make a difference. And it's not flat on either side, so I can't, you know, tell if it is 90 or not, because it won't touch all sides. So I don't know what to do about that yet. Let me see here. Against the pole. According to that, it's off. So you can see the shadow under it, which means it needs to go to the left. Let's check this one. And that one's basically flat. It don't help that the teeth are also rounded over. So I can't really even check by that. I'm gonna have to get down further on it. And that says it's level right there. So maybe I should tack that side, which is what I'm going to do. And then let's look at this side. Sorry, it's hard to hold the camera and do this at the same time. Actually, that is flat too. That's flat. It's just hard to tell where the edges of that are bent over. So I'm going to set up the camera in a different spot so you guys can see, and let's get back at it. Dropped the camera off the car, hit the ground so hard it popped the SD card out. But alright, back to this anyway. Nothing goes right here. Just when you think your garage was big enough. Nope. Alright. I'll leave you on the ground for now. Hopes and dreams. Right. So now I have my tube level, and I am going to do this longer shaft on the bottom right here. So I have to figure out what's straight up and down, which is going to be hard. And the other one is going to come off of that edge at an angle, which is going to work perfect. I have to get it straight up and down. Well, not straight up and down, but straight. Which I believe I'm going to grind it back a little bit, cut it off, because I want it like that. Alright, I gotta cut this and grind everything. Okay, I got a level now. It's gonna be kind of hard to do this with one person, because I'm gonna have to hold it, tack it, and everything. Singular by myself here. Trying to make it not fall. Okay. Let's see. It's probably like that. It's alright though. Alright. That thing is welded on for sure. And now I have to do the other side, which is the angled side. Which I'm going to do like that. I'm going to get something to mark this with. My whetstone or soapstone. Soapstone, not whetstone, soapstone. Whetstones for sharpening. Soapstones for marking. Gotta cut a ton of that off. Yep, I'm gonna cut a ton of that off. I'm gonna cut this off right there and be right back.